Welcome to Finally Home in Bama. I'm Deb, and I want to welcome you to my little daily playtime in the flower bed, I guess. So anyways, what I'm doing today, I just kind of have went through, I weeded some. This morning I've already went and held up my potatoes. It was time to get that taken care of. My husband would be really proud. I've got my thumbs brown today already. So anyways, he's got a channel for Backyard Nursery, and it's Brown Thumb Nursery. If you guys want to go check that out, you're more than welcome to go check that out. He has a lot of stuff going on, but what I'm doing today is I want to go and show you borage seeds. And some of you might be going, what's borage? Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about borage today. So just hang with me for a minute. I'll get my borage seeds and I will show you. All right, so some of you might have seen me do my seed haul from Baker Creek, and so I got quite a few seeds that day. But anyways, you can check out the seed haul video here if you want to check that out. I've got quite a few things that are already out in the ground. Some things that you're seeing behind me that I went and planted from that seed haul, and they're doing great. So anyways, this is one of them. This is borage. I've already got a few seed in the ground. I'm getting ready to go ahead and put the last of my borage that I want to plant this year. The flowers of borage, they can be, most of the time they're blue, like you see here on the package. And then there's times that you might see pink. Very seldom do you see it in white. But the whole plant is really kind of cool, the leaves and the flowers, and I'll go and tell you a little bit about them. But right now, I'm getting ready to be planting my borage. You can plant your borage directly in the ground right after the first frost is done, and your soil can be worked. Now, the neat thing about borage is it will come back year after year because it reseeds itself. So where I'm putting it now, I know that I'm going to have more borage coming up because it'll drop its seed and it'll come back in the ground. So when you're looking at borage, they're just little black seed. And they look like that. So I'm just going to put a few of them here in the ground real quick. And I see my honey's coming out. Hi, babe. So, but the leaves are really good for salads and different things like that. So I'll tell you a little bit about that here in just a minute. So let's get these things in the ground, and then we'll go up on the porch and sit, and I'll tell you a little bit about borage. So in my flower bed, you might see some little areas of mulch pulled back like that sporadically. Like I've got one over there by the water rain gauge and different things like that. And so basically, I've planted some seeds in here lately, and so I'll just pull my mulch back, and then I'll just go ahead and I'll work up my dirt a little bit, and then I'll put my seeds in there. And then just kind of work them in and cover them up. This dirt is beautiful compared to what it was when we first got here, huh, babe? Mm-hmm. So anyways, now that my borage is in the ground, I'll tag it, but then I'll wait for it to start coming up a little bit, and then I'll put my mulch back over it. The bed gets watered pretty regularly if we don't get rain, so I'm not going to be worried about it drying out or anything like that. If I see that it starts drying out a little bit, I'll go ahead and I will cover it up with a little bit of mulch. So, but otherwise, I'm going to leave it like that. And now we can go talk a little bit about borage. Come join me on my porch. All right, guys, so welcome to the porch. I've kind of got my little spot. I love to sit here in the evenings and just chillax and everything like that. So, borage. I've got a few notes here that I've got wrote down here on my iPad that I kind of wanted to cover with you, making sure I hit all the points and everything like that. Kind of laid it out for us. So anyways, if you see me looking down, I'm just kind of glancing at my notes and everything like that. But we've got several herbs that we have got that's in the ground. And what I would like to do is start sharing a little bit about the herbs now. I know that I'm going to say some of these have medicinal purposes. I am not saying that this is going to be something for you. What I am saying is that this is something that you might want to look into to see if that's something that's going to fit your need. I'm not prescribing. I am not, saying that I am an expert in this subject. I just know that God gave us what we need here in the earth, and I love taking part of the earth and taking care and letting it help heal my body. I like to do things as much as natural as I can, because a lot of times when man takes the thing and extracts and does this and that and modifies it and everything like that, then it's not given in its form that it needs to be, so that maybe side effects can be counteracted. And then, I mean, have you guys seen them commercials where it talks about that they prescribe this for high blood pressure, but it can cause death or cancer and da 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 da, and you're thinking, my Lord, the side effects are worse than the actual problem I'm having. So anyways, I don't want to go there. I don't. And so if it can be avoided at all costs, then I'll avoid it. So anyways, that's just me. That's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. It don't matter to me. But I enjoy, finding out about herbs and studying the herbs and finding out how it can be used, whether it's in a tea or a tincture or whatever it is. Just finding out how can I use it to make my body better. And I told Rob the other day, I said, I'm really getting into this. I started quite a few herbs, and you guys have been with me possibly when I've started them and everything like that from seed. And now we've got them in the ground. I've got bee balm, I have got echinacea, I have got yarrow, I have got so many different things that are over in my medicinal herb bed. Then I've also started interspersing them in through my flower beds, because let's face it, they're beautiful, they're pretty. A lot of them flower and different things like that. I mean, yarrow's beautiful, and echinacea purpurea is just beautiful, and chamomile, those little delicate flowers, oh my goodness. I just planted some more chamomile this morning in my front flower bed where you just saw me sitting. And so I'm really excited about that. But anyways, we're going to talk about borage, right? So basically, borage, it originated in the Mediterranean region. And so basically, borage is a plant that's going to grow about maybe 3 foot tall, somewhere in there. Oh, my hands. Sorry about that, guys. My hands look a little bit dirty. But it can grow about 3 foot tall. And then, like I said earlier, it will reseed itself. The colors are really pretty. Because I love the pinks and the purples, and sometimes maybe white, I might get there. So anyways, and then they'll drop their seed. Now, the nice thing about borage too is if you're putting it in a flower bed, one of the things that it can do is, depending on what climate you're in, it can flower from like June all the way through till September even. And it just depends. Milder climates, sometimes it can bloom all the way throughout the whole year. So I'm going to find out, because this is my first year of putting borage in here. Basically, culinary purposes and some medicinal purposes is what borage has been used for years. You can use it as a dried herb, you can use it fresh, you can use the flowers, and so that's just some of the different uses that there are for the herb. And so also, we're not the only ones that like borage. Honeybees love borage, so it's a great pollinator to put around your garden and have in your garden. The pollinators absolutely love it. It's a flower that actually is a heavy pollinator. And if you've got a lot of borage, one of the things that they say is for the honeybees, it makes like a really light, delicate honey. So I thought that was pretty interesting, because actually Rob and I are talking about you know, once, you know, we get into our larger homestead, that we definitely want to get bees. And I would love to be in beekeeping. I would love to be a beekeeper. And I just think that would be really cool. So anyways, let's talk about the different uses of borage. When we're talking about using borage as a food, the leaves are great to throw in salad because they actually have like a cucumber taste to them. So I know the other day I made a salad and I didn't have a cucumber, and it's like, man, I really wish I had borage already growing. I'd grab a few leaves of that if I didn't have a cucumber. Our cucumbers are coming up. We've got some of them over there and they're about yay tall. So they're not ready to go yet, you know, but having that borage in the ground would be really nice to have it about now. In Germany, they have a soup that has borage in it. In Italy, they use the leaves in ravioli to give it kind of like a fresh taste, which is really cool. And so in some of the European nations, they actually use it in their pickles to kind of flavor their gherkins a little bit. And so that I might try later on when I start canning up a few more pickles and stuff like that. So then also they use it in beverages, and I know that they use the flour as a garnish. One of the things that you can use the flour is to put the flour in ice cubes to make your ice cubes really pretty. So if you're having like an afternoon tea, or if you're having like a little dinner party or something, just to give that little wow factor, you can put that in your ice cubes, and that would be a really pretty flower to be in there. Now, also, there is a borage tea that you can make. I haven't tried that, but that is another thing. You can use the leaf as a garnish in different type of drinks and such like that. Now, as far as herbal, medicinal herb part of it, there are so many different things that borage can help with. Borage will be able to help if you have like digestive issues. So a baby with colic, if you're having diarrhea, if you're having abdominal cramps, borage might be something that would help settle that down. If you are having, you know, your airways feel a little bit constricted, borage would help with that. Also, for blood purifier, borage is great for being a blood purifier. Not one of its main things medicinally, but it'll also help with that. If you have got a bladder or kidney disorder or urinary tract infection, borage can also help with that. So those are some of the different things that it can help with. Also, borage has been known and historically has been shown to be an emotional booster type of thing. Basically, here is a line, and I wanted to read this. Those in our time do use the flowers and salads to exhilarate and make the mind glad. So to give you kind of more, I'm not saying that it's like a hallucinogenic or anything like that, but there's just times that there are some herbs that will help, you know, plateau out your emotional well-being and different things like that. There's different herbs that will do that, but that's something that, you know, to kind of give you a little bit of a boost emotionally. I mean, shoot, when you're looking at the flower, it's a beautiful little flower. That would make me happy anyway. So another great thing is when you're putting your garden in, to keep this in mind, borage is a great companion plant. So like your tomatoes, it will kind of help deter the hornworm a little bit. It kind of confuses the hornworm somehow. I don't know how it works, but they say that if you plant borage around your tomatoes, it will help with that. Another thing is that borage will also be a great companion plant for legumes. So all of your beans, it will help with that, and it will help feed back into the soil what your beans would need. It's great for strawberries as well. I've been thinking about taking a few of the seeds and putting them in our raised beds over here with our grapes and our strawberries, just to kind of give them a boost. And then also it will help your spinach. and your brassicas. So your brassicas, maybe that would be more so in the fall. Your kale and your cauliflower and all of those. So those would be some other plants that would benefit with your borage. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of give you just a little sit down time here on the porch. I wanted to share with you about borage. I got it because I had heard that it's a great plant to grow and it's a beautiful plant. I love the blue flowers. And so when I wanted to go and add it to the garden, I got it from Baker Creek, and this is my first year getting it in there. I'm hoping it's going to do okay because, this is the middle of May. I might have possibly gotten it in the ground a little bit earlier, and that would have been a little bit better for it, but I didn't. And so hopefully we'll go ahead and we'll see some great results. And you guys will be on our journey with us, and we'll show you what it's like. But I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign off because we have got our Premier One fencing came in. I've got to get that up around the raised bed potager garden. I need to get that up and so that our little silkies can run and have a little bit more area to play in. And then we've got to get the chicken coop cleaned out. I'm probably a month behind on that one. But we use the deep litter method. We'll explain it in our video. And we also have about 3 or 4 more rows that we're wanting to get in the garden. We want to get some more beans in there. We want to get some corn in there, and get our cucumbers going in the big garden as well. I've got some growing in the potager garden, but I also need some more going over here in the garden. So anyways, I'm going to sign off for now. That's going to be my day today. Hopefully your day is blessed and you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the warm weather and the sunshine. Hopefully that's what you guys are having today. But if not, and if it's raining, that's okay. That makes the plants grow. So anyways, you guys be blessed. Have a great day, and we'll catch you on the south side.